Hey everybody, it's hwsteele and today is July 9th, 2020, and in this video I'm going to be re-recording a video I made 2 days ago on July 7th, 2020, and that video had some audio issues, so I'm just going to record a new one, and hopefully everything works out with this one. And in this video, all I really wanted to do was go over a small part of W.D. Gann's record for 52 years. Now this came out in part of a advertisement basically for Gann very late in his life. I think it was 1954-ish, maybe, something like that, if I remember correctly. But in this part of it right here, I mean, the basic title is Mathematical Formula for Market Predictions. Time cycles tell the trend of commodities, stocks, and business, and it gives a little blurb right here, and then it goes to W.D. Gann's record for 52 years. And I wanted to look at this part right here and just do a little bit of math for fun. 1902, August 5th, made first trade in commodities and started studying mathematical principles to determine the future trend. So he gives us a beginning point right here, August 15th, 1902. And then he gives us another date that's like a little over 3 years later, September 12th, the Daily Texarkanian of Texarkana, Texas. There is a tongue twister for you. Printed an article giving Mr. Gann's view on cotton prices. And then in 1907, it says he predicted the panic in stocks and the decline in commodities and made large profits. So he's given a specific date, and then he gives us just a year. And then over here, 1908, May 12th, says he left Oklahoma City for New York City. August 8th, made one of his greatest mathematical discoveries for predicting the trend of stocks and commodities. Started trading with a capital of $300 and made $25,000. Started another account with $130 and made $12,000 in 30 days' time. Then over here it says 1909, December, the Ticker magazine, now the magazine of Wall Street, printed an article, Remarkable Predictions and Trading Record. The article was written by the late R.D. Wyckoff, owner and editor of the Ticker magazine at that time. So we've got these dates right here. One unspecific, three very specific, and then a fifth not very specific right there. So let's bring up our calculator just to do a little mathematical work, and we're going to calculate the difference between two dates. Let's put this first one in, August 15th, 1902, 118 years ago almost. And then the second date is September 12th, 1905. We calculate the difference, we find out that it's 1,124 days, or 3 years, 4 weeks, which is really 37 months, 37 calendar months right there. So we have a period of 37 calendar months between here and here. Now, we'll skip 1907 for right now and go to 1908, since 1907 does not have a specific date. But we're going to go to May 12th, 5/12/1908, calculate that. That's 2,097 days, or right at 5 years, which is 60 months. 8 months, 3 weeks, 6 days. So really that's 9 months. So this was 69 months later. So we have 37 months between these two dates and 69 months between the beginning date and the 1908 date for May 12th. So if we put in the August 8th date, let's check that out. August 8th, 1908. We get 5 years or 60 months and then almost 12 months. So essentially we get 72 months almost. Just a few days shy of 72 months. Okay, now something that's really important about this calculation that I just did, we can calculate, or calculation from this part of the article that I just did, we can actually calculate the difference between these two dates right here. So let's do, let me turn that off, there we go. Let's do May 12, 1908 to August 8th, 1908. And we find that it's 88 days off. Almost 3 months, of course, but 88 days specifically. And this calculation right here between May 12th and August 8th has led people to believe, in fact, I know of someone who has actually printed courses and believes that the planet Mercury, which could very easily have been referenced here by the 88-day difference, is in fact Gann's master time factor, because it's one of his greatest mathematical discoveries for predicting the trend of stocks and commodities. Now the thing is, Gann didn't really use the vernacular of master time factor, as far as I can find, until the 1920s. So in 1908, while this could have been his master time factor, he didn't call it that, or it didn't seem, he didn't openly call it that, at the very least, at that point in time. So maybe it was, and maybe it wasn't, and maybe it was Mercury, and maybe it isn't Mercury. I am of the opinion that it's not Mercury. But that's just me. So we have these prices down here. Capital 300 and made 25,000. We can do something as simple as take 25,000 and divide it by 300, and we find that that's 83.3. And we can take 12,000 and divide that by 130, and we find that that's 92.3. That could be important. There's probably other ways to manipulate those numbers, but I'm not going to go into that at this point in time. So what would be so special about 1907? 1907 would be, it'd be the 5-year point in August 15th. It'd be 5 years or 60 months. Whoops, clicked on the wrong thing. Let's open up Astrolog here, and I will go to January 1st, 1907. And we'll look at the year here. January 1st, now that's pretty impressive right there. It's a pretty little design. We have a grand trine between some very important planets here. So maybe that's what Gann was referencing right there. It's also possible in a mundane field that he was making reference to this opposition, conjunction opposition that was going on here between Jupiter and Neptune, and the opposition of Uranus right there with Mars very close to being conjunct with it. That's a possibility, right? I mean, there's all different possibilities, but if we use this May date, May 21st, see, we have, it was August 15th, 1902, his first trade. Then we have May 21st, 1907. We have 4 years, which is 48 months, plus 9 months, equals 57 months here. So this, if this is what he's referring to, would be 57 months from here. So we have 37 months, 57 months, and then this day would be, or this time would be 69 months, right? Now here's something that's pretty interesting. Let's calculate from the very beginning point to the December 1st, 1909, which would be 12/1/1909. And we see that we have 2,665 days, or 7 years. 7 times, whoops, did I get it? 7 times 12 is 84 months, plus 3 months is 87 months, but we have 2 weeks, 2 days. So if we go to the middle of December, we come to 70, or let's do 7 years times 12 months is 84 months, plus 4 months is 88 months. So there's 87 to 88 months between his very first trade to the December Ticker magazine, volume 5, issue 2. which is the volume and issue that his article was printed in, Gann's article. So just some interesting mathematics that I wanted to do in front of you guys to give you some ideas of just some things to look at. So anyway, I am already late to go to the gym, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, and I will talk to you in the next one.